Crypto.XL. Hey guys, so the US is dumping crypto. Bitcoin is down to, it went down to like 65,800, somewhere around there. That was after us testing $70,000, right? So everyone was getting really excited because it looks like we were attempting to go to all-time highs again and to test it. I do remember that what we're doing is eventually we're gonna keep on testing it. Testing 73K, we're gonna go up there eventually, and by eventually, it's probably pretty soon. It could be within 1 month, and then at some point we're gonna break that. And when we break that, we can teleport really, really quick to a higher number. To like 85K or something. So what I'm trying to say is that with crypto and Bitcoin, things move really, really fast, very fast, right? You can end up going sideways for quite a while. You can be sideways for 5 months, 6 months, and you get used to the routine and you think that you're going to continue to go sideways for quite a while. And then all of a sudden, whoop, you get a green candle that breaks your pattern and goes way up, right? So don't sleep, right? Make sure that you're on your toes. And I would say most importantly, make sure your bags are already packed. If your bags are already packed, you don't have to worry. You won't have to run around frantic when that final break happens. When we transcend to a higher level, you won't have to be panicking, jockeying for a position. At this point, I already eyed the key cryptos that I'm interested in, the ones that I feel are going to do well and the ones I'm comfortable with. And I'm already in a position with these cryptos, right? Now, these pullbacks that we have, there's two ways to look at it. You can look at it in the sense that, my portfolio is down. The coins that I've picked up are down 30%. I don't feel that good about it. This is just horrible. I'm not going to make any money in crypto. And then comes an avalanche of negative emotions and all the reasons why you're not going to make it. Right? So that's one way of looking at the scenario. And if you look at it that way, that's probably when you start making very bad decisions, like selling at the lows, selling on a red day. And that's what most people do. Most people probably do get into some mode similar like that. There's different degrees of it. A second way to look at it is this is an opportunity. We're in an upward trending market. We're going up and to the right. If you zoom out, you'll see that's what we've been doing since Bitcoin was at 15,500. We've been going up and to the right. And the way to look at it, when you look at it like that, you look at this as an opportunity. You're saying, my bags were already packed. They're already ready. But wait a second here. Wait. There might be another opportunity for me to pick up AI tech or Open Fabric or Dex Check or, oh man, look at VIA. I didn't think it was going to hit the price. That's below IDO price. Wow, what a really, really good opportunity. All I have to do is buy a small bag here and I could just hold on to that and see where this goes. I didn't plan on doing that, but now I have an opportunity to get into another position with some of my favorite assets. So maybe, I'll take this opportunity. And I'm not going to over leverage myself to the point where I need this to go up by Monday. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be depressed. I'm not going to do that. But maybe, I'll put a little bit in. And I'm patient enough to wait, right? Because if we're anticipating that Q4 of this year is going to be really, really good, that's not that far away. I mean, September is 2 months away, right? July is just about finished. Yeah, September is, the way I see it, it's almost like it's already here. We're going to teleport to that point really, really soon. And when the market starts picking up, right? I mean, really picking up, I'm thinking by, September, but then by October, we should see a really, really nice, strong surge. It's going to be very hard to get into good positions. You can still get some positions, but your gains are going to be cut short, right? They're going to be cut short by a lot because some of the projects that you're into that you like are already going to be up 200%. The race will have already been started. And getting into those projects at that time is not as advantageous as getting into them right now. So this is a calm before the storm. These are the pullbacks that we live for, and we should cherish. And on paper, if you're looking at your USD value, obviously when you have a 20% pullback, or tens of percentage pullbacks in an asset, obviously your USD value is going to be lower. But at this point in the market, you should probably be thinking about the amount of quantity of coins that you have, right? You can look at your USD value Q1 of 2025. That's a good time to, what's my dollar value then? But to continue to look at it on a daily basis, I'm down $100, I'm up $200, I'm down $50. This is how the market shakes you out, right? So just relax, take it in stride, walk away if you need to, right? You don't need to look at your portfolio every day, but if you were able to, I would DCA in on the dips, right? And do remember, this is not financial advice. This is just the way I look at the market. You're seeing things through my eyes and my perspective, and that's why you came to the Crypto.XL channel. But things are going according to plan. I mean, there has been nothing that seems out of the ordinary. When we had the Bitcoin conference and Trump hinted at using, he mentioned that he would not sell any of the Bitcoin, and then the Biden administration 2 days after that started selling some of the Bitcoin. They transferred the Bitcoin to on the blockchain, and people are able to see this, so it creates panic in the market, right? It looks like they're preparing to dump the Bitcoin, right? So you don't know short term what the price action could be, right? Short term, we can go up 10%, down 20%. And all of these things are there to shake you out, to make you lose conviction, to make you believe that this cycle is different, to make you believe that we've already had the top. And once they convince the most people that we've had the top and they should sell and get out of the market so that they don't lose even more money, the second the market sentiment switches to that, to panic, that's when they reverse it and they do a V-shaped recovery. And the prior resistances and ceilings that we've had before, where you expect Bitcoin to stop with like 70,000, 71,000, 73,000, that's when they break it. That's when they break those resistances, and you get a big green bar going up to 82,000, 85,000. And that's when people start scrambling to get back into the market. You see, the market is designed to take the most amount of money from the most amount of people. So if this was emotionally easy, then everyone would walk away a winner. It's designed to be trying. It's designed to be emotionally hard. It's designed to be draining. It's designed to fool the most amount of people the most amount of time. So when everyone's bearish or when everyone's giving up, that's when a light bulb should go off in your head, and you should say, well, there might be an opportunity here. Just maybe there's an opportunity. If you look at Solana went down to $8 during the FTX debacle, right? And then what happened? They also came out and said Solana and ADA, the SEC said Solana and ADA are both securities, and they started prosecuting people, right? They started bringing litigation against people. And so the consensus was that Solana is done for, that it's going to be like XRP and it's not coming back. And at that point, you could make an assessment to yourself. You could say like, hey, if I buy some Solana, there's a chance here that my investment's going to go to zero. That's actually a possibility. That was actually a possibility, right? Because none of us can tell the future. Well, what you can say is that I'm willing to lose $200 or whatever the amount is, right? I'm willing to lose this. If it goes to zero, it goes to zero. But if I'm right with my conviction and Solana goes back to all-time highs, this $200 Solana was $8, right? And it already hit 200 this bull market, right? So, and if it went back to all-time highs in price, that would be around $250, right? So we're talking about an $8 investment turning to $250 each. Now, hypothetically, if Solana ends up going to $800 this bull market, this cycle in 2025, that would mean that $8 would have turned to $800, right? So that would have meant that someone would have gotten a 100x, right? Because $8 to $800 is a 100x. So these are the possibilities of crypto. And we have to go back to the fact that nothing is guaranteed, right? It's not guaranteed to go from $8 to $800. But we do know now that it's a possibility, right? Because we've seen Solana go from $8 to $200. It was actually lower than that too. I think it was like $7 something, but let's just round it to 8 for simplification's sake. So, because if at $8 you had a chance to buy it, right? If it went to $7.45, maybe it was a wick and you didn't have a chance to buy that. But the point I'm trying to make is this: the way I see crypto and the way I handle crypto is that I make a bunch of strategic gambles. And if I'm incorrect in my gamble could go to zero. The difference with betting in crypto is that I don't have the house against me. There's a difference with betting in crypto versus betting at Las Vegas. If I go to Las Vegas, the odds of me winning at the roulette table or one of these other places, a slot machine, is somewhere like, less than 10%, right? In crypto, I can skew the odds more in my favor if I pick projects that have a niche, or if I have information as to why these projects are going to do well, such as if I look at the historical 4-year performance of Bitcoin and when Bitcoin starts to take off. So I am still betting, but I'm betting with a higher chance of winning. And then I hedge my bets, or I limit my risk by betting in multiple projects that have alpha behind them, that have a reason why they're going to do better. Okay? So how does this all feed back into Solana? Well, Solana was a cryptocurrency and still is a cryptocurrency that has volumes of transactions on it akin to the likes of Ethereum. It has actually recently surpassed Ethereum with the volume of transactions on it. It was backed by a lot of very powerful venture capitalists that have a lot at stake in making sure that the project is successful. Right after Solana hit its lows, Vitalik Buterin came out and he mentioned that Solana is a great cryptocurrency. It has a great ecosystem with a lot of really good developers behind it. So the chances of Solana going to absolute zero, it just seemed unlikely, right? We see the markets have a way of overblowing the valuation of an asset in both ways, right? They'll overshoot it on the upside and they'll overshoot it on the downside. Your mission is to spot when an asset is being overshot and to take action, right? Your mission, should you decide to take it, not financial advice. So that's the idea. The idea is to spot value where others don't see it, where the market undervalues an asset, in this case, micro-cap cryptocurrencies, and to accumulate when it's overshot. Like for instance, I think that VIA has been oversold. It's approached less than 9 cents. It just broke the 9 cents mark. It was like 8 something, 8 and a fraction. So, I would continue to accumulate. And when is the downtrend going to be over? Well, nothing goes down forever in a bull market, right? There are some cryptos that do go to zero, but again, I tend to stay away from those. I do get into speculation cryptos, and it's true any project can get rug pulled. But again, if I'm invested in 15 projects, 3 of them get rug pulled. Out of the 12, 3 of them could 100x, one could 200x. The one project that 200x takes advantage and pays for the other projects that didn't perform where I thought they would. And then, a couple projects 50x, some of them 40, some of them 20. I don't think I'll have 10x's. And it depends like on the market cap, but I get these projects are so small that I don't think that'll happen. Right? So yes, it is it's gambling, right? But it's strategic gambling, where there is information as far as the team behind the project, how did similar projects perform that came before them. For instance, I keep mentioning VIA, right? And DEX check. I mean, if you don't have DEX check, I think you're doing something wrong. Not financial advice, just my opinion, right? How did projects before them perform? AI Tech, right? How did it perform? You see what AI Tech did, then DEX check should probably perform similar. And if DEX check will perform similar, if you look at the graph, right? They have a pump, then they come back down. When they come back down, that's the time to accumulate. When they come back down and they start going sideways. And it also depends on what Bitcoin's about to do, because if Bitcoin if Bitcoin were to break 70K within a month, you might not have that time you wanted to accumulate the sideways pattern, right? If Bitcoin goes up to, breaks 75K, it's no longer at the bottom, right? So you have to take that into consideration too. But you can see from the AI Tech graph, they pump in the beginning, then they come back down, they go sideways a little bit, and then you have another AI season because Nvidia hit all-time highs, or Apple came out with their new VR headset, and you have another pump. And then there's going to be news in the future. Maybe ChatGPT comes out with this excellent upgrade or something. There's going to be news again with AI in the future. I mean, this is obvious, right? So then the chart pumps again. And if you notice, the next pump that happens obliterates the prior pump. You can't even see the first pump on the chart anymore, unless you go to the chart and you zoom in at the time period where the first pump was. So it's a pattern, right? So you make strategic bets and you place them with cryptos that are going to perform like you've seen prior cryptos perform in a similar sector with a similar background with a similar kind of team. And then you hedge your bets, meaning or you lower your risk, because you don't just invest in that one crypto. 100% of your portfolio is not in one tiny small altcoin. You place multiple strategic bets with multiple overperforming, undervalued assets, right? Such as AI Tech is another undervalued asset. It's only 20% of its all-time high, maybe even lower if you catch the wick. But it's really simple, and you just sit and you wait. It's really, really simple. So it's simple to say, but it's very difficult to do, right? Because if you put $500 into a crypto and you've been DCAing, and your $500 turns into $250, and you keep DCAing, and your $250 turns to $200, at some point you're going to get discouraged, and you're going to be like, you know what, I'm not going to buy any more of this stuff. It's just, and that's fine. Actually, that's fine if you don't want to buy anymore. I think it's dangerous though when you get to the point when you're like, I'm just going to sell the whole lot. I wash my hands up on it. And for a lot of people, I can understand that too. But for myself, if nothing has changed in the project, the team didn't change, they're still producing, they're still working, I'm not going to sell. And I'll probably pick up a little bit more. And if it's even if it's like, $70, I will probably pick up a little bit more. I probably would, if I still believe in a project. Because I feel that once Bitcoin breaks the 70K, that all of the DCAing and I think all of that comes back. Like I get everything back that's been that I was in the red at, and then after that we start doing exponential numbers. We start doing 2x, 4x, 6x, 8x, and then you start looking at the same crypto, and it's just funny because the crypto that you were looking at, like, oh man, is this thing ever going to move? Is it ever going to go up? All of a sudden, everyone likes the crypto now. Now everybody's like, oh, this is going to change the world. This is going to solve world hunger and end wars, and it's going to make the ozone layer get repaired, and the children are going to go to school, and and this is a crypto that people were trying to throw away. They couldn't get rid of it quick enough. But because it's pumping, because it's green now everybody wants it. And now it's hard to get it. Now you try to put a limit buy order on the exchange, and your order won't hit. It just doesn't hit. You have to do a market buy because no one's selling. So yeah, you have to have a plan. Okay, you have to have conviction. You have to know the projects that you feel are going to outperform and know why they're going to outperform. And then you just have to be consistent in DCA. That's pretty much it. Pretty much everything is going to pump because we're down by so much, right? But there are going to be leaders. So I guess another thing you can do too is you can get into the leaders, right? What are the leaders of the sector? Because those are down a lot now too, right? So you could always ride the leaders on the way up when they start pumping up, and maybe you take some of those profits and get into the small caps that you had your eye on before they really take off, right? Yes, but it was a good talk. This is Crypto.XL, and I will see you guys at the top.
Welcome to Crypto.XL, where we uncover the hidden gems of the crypto market. Are you ready to discover the next big thing in investing? Get ready to embark on an exhilarating journey with us as we hunt for small cap coins with the potential to explode. Join us as we dive deep into the world of small cap cryptocurrencies, exploring their untapped potential and uncovering opportunities for growth that could turn your investment into a fortune. Whether you're a seasoned investor looking for the next big winner or a newcomer eager to learn the ropes, Crypto.XL is your ultimate destination for insightful analysis, expert tips, and the latest trends in the small cap crypto market. Remember, this is not financial advice. Only invest money.